Hi, my name is Christina Strilets. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, and I'm currently a third-year engineering physics student at the University of Alberta. So what led me to kind of choosing engineering is, as I was in elementary school and growing up, I really enjoyed my math and physics courses, and I really fondly remember all the units I would do in my schooling about circuits and electricity. So I ultimately ended up choosing my degree path because it had a nice combination of being able to learn more about how a lot of electrical devices work with electrical engineering courses. And then kind of beyond academics, some of my hobbies include baking and gardening. I'm currently growing some pumpkins that I'm really excited about, and I also really like to sing, and I also play the violin. So that's a little bit about me. How does biodiversity play a role in your everyday life? I think biodiversity plays a really important role in everyone's everyday life, from the products we choose to consume to the technology devices we all love using. And I personally think that as a student that studies a lot of electrical engineering courses, I need to be aware that while a lot of the technology I use is great and that I use to study is great, that the production of these devices require the mining of rare earth metals, that ultimately the production of these mines are harmful to the local biodiversity in the area, and that most of these technologies, once they go out of fashion, aren't recycled properly. So it requires a continued, production of these mines that continue to destroy the local biodiversity. So I think that's really important, and that's often overlooked in a lot of innovators of new technologies. Why is science literacy important to you? Science literacy is really important to me because I'm personally really passionate about the ongoing climate crisis, and it's really important to me to be able to understand all the reports coming out from various organizations, including the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, and what they have to say about the topic, and all the scientific papers that come out and the reports that come out from interpreting those papers. And so to be able to interpret all these papers coming out and studies coming out, you need to be scientifically literate. And I think it's just a really good practice to take the skills you learn from developing, a good scientific literacy knowledge, is that you just ask a little bit more, think a little bit more about the information that's given to you in your everyday life. It's really important not to take everything you see on the internet as facts, and to actually do some thorough research on it on yourself, or to be able to look at the information that's presented to you and from your own knowledge judge whether or not that is valid or not. Do you have a favorite science or engineering textbook / what is the first science or engineering textbook you ever read? So the first science kind of textbook that I read was my dad's old elementary school math textbook, because I remember when I was in elementary school learning about primary numbers, I was really kind of confused about the topics. So he ended up showing me his old textbook, which has this amazing page that has all the prime numbers colored in from numbers 1 to like 369. I actually have the textbook with me here. I really like it. It's really great. I love how visual it is, and I learned a lot from it. There's lots of pretty pictures and visuals beyond just what's shown. And then currently, I really enjoy reading my Introductory Differential Equations textbook, because I just really like math, and I really like learning about differential equations. I personally enjoy it.